Hello everyone, my name is Ricardo and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video, and for my first video I want to talk about something that gives me lots of pleasure and it's a passion. I'm going to talk about spearfishing. For the ones that don't know what spearfishing is a sport that you can try to catch fish underwater while free diving, so only using the air that you breathe, the air that you have in your lungs. And for my first video I want to talk about something, the most basic stuff. I'm going to talk about the equipment that I normally use each time I go spearfishing. I spearfish here in Portugal, so our waters are cold. In the winter we can have between 9 to 12 degrees on the surface. In the summer, it depends on the area of Portugal, we can go from 16 to 22. And for that reason, and I use a specific type of equipment. So let us start with the basic stuff. I have my equipment here. So gloves, I normally use gloves 2 millimeters. It's more than enough for me. Sometimes people like to use 3 mils. I prefer 2 mils, and it's more than enough. For the socks, I use the same 2 mils socks, normal ones, basic equipment, nothing very complicated. Then I have the mask, the tube. I prefer to use the tube with a clip. It's one thing that I don't have to be worried about if I have to take the mask off for any reason. So I use it this. The thing that I do is when I start going down, I remove this from my mouth, and it helps not making any noise or that bloop 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 that you normally hear when the water starts getting in the tube. A very important feature and equipment, a diving computer, helps giving you the idea of the depth, the time, the temperature of the water. It's also very important. So it's always good to have one, help you a lot. Now for the wetsuit. I use camouflage, the green camouflage on the top on my jacket, 7.5 millimeters. Yeah, I get a lot of cold, so I have to wear 7.5 millimeters. Reinforce on the chest to load the gun. Very normal, very basic, from a Portuguese make called Tarpoon. Very good ones. They are very, very elastic, very comfortable, very good to wear. Just one thing, I'm not sponsored from anyone, so this is the equipment that I like to use. From the trousers, I use the blue ones from the same make, 5 millimeters. And you can ask, hey, why the blue and the green? It was just a personal choice, nothing. I've been doing spearfishing for more than 20 years, and I didn't notice any difference by wearing a green jacket and a blue trousers or a completely black suit. For me it works the same, but each one chooses what fits better for him, so I'm not gonna discuss that with you. So this is more or less the basic equipment. In terms of fins, for many years I used the plastic ones. I got lots, very tired from my legs, because after you spending 6-8 hours in the water, your legs, you start noticing. And of course with the age and everything, yeah, I'm almost 42 years old, so it's normal. So a few years ago I started using carbon ones, and it's the most amazing thing in the world. Lightweight, you can go deeper faster, come up even faster. You don't get tired as much as using the other ones. I use this one from Tarpoon also. So it's very active, really good ones. You can stretch, you can do a lot. They don't weigh almost anything. So it's a very good choice. Carbon blades, they are expensive. Nowadays you can get in the market not so expensive ones, but they are still expensive ones. But it's a very good investment for our equipment, and it's amazing. In terms of spear guns, here in Portugal, our sea, we have the Atlantic. The Atlantic can be very rough here, especially in the winter. And the waters, we can have 1 to 10 to 15 meters visibility. So it depends on the day, the currents, the wind. So everything changes a lot during the day. I use normally 3 sizes: 75, 90 and 100. Most of the time I do 90 and 100. And I'm going to show you. This is the one, my 91. It's in this case it's a Picasso. Very simple, very practical. One of the things that I like and use a lot, it's the barrel. Instead of being 28, it's 25, because it gives me more maneuverability. I can move faster. I can try to catch that fish that's gonna try to go away. So it helps me to become much more faster. So this is my 90. And then I use also 100 from Picasso also. 25 millimeters also. And nowadays I use a feature on mine that helps us to make some noise. So it's a DIY that I made. This is my GoPro mount, made by me. For me it's better than the ones that comes from the side, so I don't have the problem on the rock, so it doesn't affect me at all. So I put the camera here. When I want to load the camera, the gun, I just have to put like this. Just grab and pull. It's done. Put down. And it's here. So this is basically the equipment that I use. For me, the most important thing, the equipment needs to be practical and simple. We are underwater. We don't have any air supply whatsoever. So things need to be basic and simple, because our life could be at stake. And unfortunately, we lose in Portugal 3 to 5 people here every year. And it's awful, it's horrible, this situation. So it's a very dangerous sport, so we need to be very careful. About safety, of course I use a buoy. I don't have a buoy here with me now, but always use the buoy. It's very important because, first of all, it helps the other colleagues and friends to know where you are. And most of all, for the boats, they can see you. At least we think they can see us, and they can move away and not get hurt with us. So I hope you enjoyed. This is just my first video explaining some things about spearfishing. I hope you enjoy. If you have any comments or any questions, please put on a comment. If you like, just put a like and subscribe, and this is going to be the first of many, I hope. So till the next time, over and out.